Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The Working Money Channel was created to help you guys, all my viewers, think about their investments and what they can invest in to make money, make their money grow. As you guys know, I've been in the stock market. I'm also now invested in cryptocurrencies, and I'm continuing to increase my position. And so guys, here's some news that I just found today, basically supporting my view that cryptocurrencies are going to have a place in the future. Cryptocurrencies here to stay. The market is growing despite recent turbulence, an EU Watchdog chief claims. Following the meeting of the EU Economic and Financial Affairs Council in Vienna, Austria on September 7th, European Commission Vice President Valdis Dombrovskis has stated that the Council's position on cryptocurrencies is that they are here to stay despite market turbulence. CCN earlier reported that the 28 EU finance ministers would meet for an informal gathering in Austria to discuss new rules for the emergent cryptocurrency sector. So growth despite turbulence. In his opening remarks, Dombrovskis said that the Council has developed a broadly positive view of cryptocurrencies and ICOs, seeing their growth in the face of market turbulence as proof of their viability. And so guys, this is what we're seeing now, heads of very important organizations worldwide in Europe, Asia, we're seeing it in North America. People are realizing that cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and this is the future. And so yes, despite turbulence in the market. And so as we know, there was also this article here where the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, has stated that Bitcoin and altcoins are in a correction period. And I'm not going to read this article, but basically he's just saying that we're in a correction period. And guys, you know this, we know this, okay? We're correcting. I've shown the history of Bitcoin chart numerous times, and we always see this run up followed by a prolonged correction of 65, 70, 75, 80%. And depending on the coin you're holding, maybe even larger, 80, 85, 90, 95%. This is not unusual. But the sentiment in the market is still that it is growing despite turbulence. There was another article here, 72% of cryptocurrency investors plan to buy more this year. A majority of accredited cryptocurrency investors and nearly 3/4 of retail investors plan to increase their cryptocurrency holdings in the next 12 months, a new survey suggests. That survey, conducted by securities trading platform Shares Post in July, and eliciting responses from almost 2,500 retail investors and 528 accredited investors, found that current cryptocurrency owners remain highly bullish on the nascent asset class, though they now expect mainstream adoption to take longer than they had when asked earlier in the year. So this is part of it, guys. Mainstream adoption is dragging its heels a little. We're not seeing it terribly quick. However, it is still on the forefront. It hasn't been put on the back burner. Respondents in both groups now expect cryptocurrency to achieve widespread adoption by 2025, whereas in January, when Bitcoin and most altcoins were trading at their near all-time highs, they forecast that this would occur in 2020. They fingered lack of education and commercial use cases as one of the most pressing challenges for the blockchain adoption. And guys, here's a little graph here. Purple represents July 2018, whereas green represents January 2018. And consumers were asked if they plan to increase their holdings in the next 12 months. And as you can see, in July, 72% said yes, whereas 68% only said yes. 17% said no in July, as opposed to 14%, and 11% said I don't know in July versus 18%. But guys, this just goes for the whole picture. 72% is a lot of cryptocurrency investors who say that they actually do plan on buying more. And guys, when we look at this market, we see it is a depressed market, and realistically, when you zoom out here on Bitcoin, okay, and the last time we saw a big run up here, let's see if I can find it here, let's zoom in, a big run up. So after the last, so here was the last big run up for Bitcoin, 2014, okay, and then we saw quite a depressed market, and I don't want to shake anybody here, but the market was depressed for a good 2 years before we saw another bull run. So before this pendulum swung the other way, and so as you can see, had you bought in mid-2015, that would have been the best time to buy Bitcoin. For example, it was trading in the 200s, but it paid off in the long run, so we saw the pendulum swing upward. And yes, so from all-time highs, that was November 2013 actually, and then it wasn't until June, let's say September, because we're still basing around here, June 2015, so almost 2 years before we saw the swing back up. okay, up into this. So guys, what could that mean? I mean, I've done videos before on when we can see the next bull run, so you guys can refer to those videos if you wish. I'll link the video in the description. But the point is, guys, is that now we've seen a huge correction. We've come all the way down. We're basing into support. Now's the time to buy your altcoins or your Bitcoin or your XRP, whatever you guys decide to buy. The last thing I wanted to just explain here, guys, is the pièce de résistance, as far as I'm concerned. Notably, investment portfolios differed between accredited and retail investors, so basically people that know what they're doing and people that don't know what they're doing, with high rollers being more likely to concentrate their holdings in altcoins. While consumers were more likely to own Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum and Litecoin, accredited investor portfolios most often held Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ripple. XRP. Guys, I think these accredited investors are starting to realize that XRP, the digital asset, is really going to be something remarkable in the future. You know, it's stated right here, accredited investor portfolios are now focusing on XRP, whereas before they weren't touching it. I think we're seeing the pendulum swing the other way. Anyways, what do you guys think? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.